Mark Gilman, along with Western Oregon head football coach Arne Ferguson. And, Coach, you went up to Canada. You knew you were in for a fight. And, brother, it was a toughly contested ball game. And despite losing a key player, you guys come out with a W and your 5th straight win, this one against the Clan.
Yeah, playing up in Canada is not easy for anybody in our conference. Just the transition of going into Canada, going across the border, but the atmosphere is a tough place to play. And then we know that they're extremely good at home. They have a phenomenal receiver or two, a quarterback that delivers the football very accurately, and we have a lot of respect for. And then a running back that has taken it to the house pretty much against anybody. So the big thing is I thought our D-line did a nice job of containing him, keeping him below 100 yards. The last 4 or 5 games, that's one of the keys to us being 5-0. And then our special teams jumped up huge, which they've been getting better in critical situations. But anytime you block 2 punts and also have an onside kick that goes, you get possession of around on a 35 to get a field position back, but also give our offense an opportunity to put points on the board is huge. And then John Bentham and Craig Akins coming up on a 19-yard field goal, going through a guard that's in his way and blocking it on a normal kick, just by their will and their determination, really tells you a lot about those 2 special players.
Yeah, it was a special game for the defense, as you mentioned, and I was looking at your holding teams under about 60 yards a game on the ground, and that's huge for this team.
Yeah, and because of that, for example, Bryce Pila's has 5 interceptions, number 1 in our conference, and our DBs have the most interceptions in our conference, but also they're also getting a lot more balls in the air. So yeah. A very effective short passing game, like Simon Fraser, is going to cause anybody problems and has done so. We were just fortunate to get some field position back off of 6 turnovers, which is really deadly. I mean, you only have X amount of possessions, around 13 or 12 to 13 possessions per game, and then when you give the opportunity back to the offense at 6 of those and then increase their possessions, those are tough mathematical odds to play against anybody. To see that our special teams came up, and then Trey, once he came in, settled down. After a while, it takes some time. Any new quarterback, as we know, really started to manage the game a little bit, and Joe Harris did some good things. And also, to really be effective once the weather was part of the whole issue, too, on the turnovers. And we're hoping to see where Cody is this week. We're hoping he comes back. I mean, his production has been 1 or 2 in our conference, running and throwing, so we're hoping to get him back at some point, and not sure when.
All right. In looking at this team, though, we've talked about development of the team. Losing some players early, having some guys step in and playing so well, and some of these players, especially on the defensive line that have come back, this puts you in a superior position in a lot of ways, because now you've got some depth and some experience there that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah, and I've been fortunate to be around some playoff teams, being the person that oversees those, and the depth of those teams, like Northwest Missouri, Tarleton, is really what separates it. And then where we're at right now is able to get some young players, some significant playing time, and being able to withstand this situation where they keep on getting better. No question the next person has to step in. That quarterback position has to step in. We'll see where that's at going into this game against a team that is really good at getting after the quarterback and also disrupting our receivers' timing. We have a lot of respect for Asuza, the things that they're doing. It's no surprise that they were successful against Central Washington, who was number 1 in our conference. Now there's 3 teams tied, and then all 3 teams play each other going into this final stretch. And all we know is Asuza at our place is going to be a very tough game.
Yeah, you talked about they've got some great skill players offensively as well, and you guys really limited them pretty effectively down there. But at any given point, they can break free when you've got those kind of athletes.
Yeah, they made a transition back to the original starting quarterback, and we just felt that he was rusty. He missed on some balls, where we don't expect that's going to happen at our place. He can run, he can throw. Their running backs, there's 3 or 4 running backs, it seems like, that just come in that are very phenomenal athletes. And the receivers are big receivers that are good targets. So It's a good combination of their read offense, dive option, and a control passing game that also likes to really go deep also. So they've had some big plays, and that was really the game as we looked at it versus Central Washington, is their big run plays and big passing plays. We must eliminate those and be able to line up a play again. And our offense needs to withstand drives. And then with Cody not being as available this game as we would like him to, be able to put some drives together and be able to run the football against a very, very aggressive defense.
Yeah. And with Cody, on the sidelines, you've got to kind of tailor the offense a little more to the strengths that Trey brings. And obviously, he doesn't have the same skill set, but that's also something that's tougher to scout than for the opposition as well.
Yeah. Anytime you ask the quarterback to carry a significant load on the running game, this is a possibility. So Trey's been getting a lot of reps in practice. We also have some other quarterbacks. We hope to see what they can do in the near future and to see who can win that battle. But Trey has that quick delivery. He's smart. He knows the offense. He just needs to have that week of preparation that a number one has versus a backup. It's just a different preparation. Be able to tailor the offense to that person that's going to be that quarterback position. We have some other guys on our team and see how they do also.
Final thought here. It is a great position to be in. 3 teams tied atop the standings, just a couple of weeks left, and this is the opportunity I know all the players wanted to have, and it's there in front of you. Now it's a matter of just taking each opponent as they come.
Yeah, and even though we talk about it, everybody knows that we play Humboldt and Central in upcoming. Asuza is the biggest issue that's in front of us, period. We also know Humboldt and Central play each other the same time we play Asuza. So the card, everything's kind of laid out on the table. Everybody knows that. It's really, can we continue to keep improving? And we had to against Simon Fraser at their place with the amount of turnovers that we had. We got to take care of the football, and we must be able to pass and run effectively against a pressure type team. And we must eliminate the big plays that they have. They have so many skilled players that really, if you let them loose, can really change the game in a hurry.
As always, Coach Arne Ferguson, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.